Oh, it's below right now. One sec. Oh, we ulted for it, so we're gonna have to...
Okay, so we do have to requeue this one.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna drop my queue.
And I believe, yeah, it's fine. And again, we want to thank SkillCap. Obviously, they were the big sponsor in this tournament, and Arena Junkies for, putting it on their website and letting people know about it.
Yeah, it's great having sites like that around. I know that it's kind of a big lacking of community sites for Arena other than Arena Junkies. So
right.
I mean, that's where everything is right now.
Yeah, as soon as World of Ming went down, which was the primary
soap opera drama.
Yeah, exactly. And I miss it. I don't know about you guys, but I miss World of Ming. That was fun. But Arena Junkies seems to be the place to be now.
Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, you gotta fight your way through the trolls there sometimes.
Yeah.
But they have some pretty funny trolls, at least.
Yeah.
And we were talking about this the other day, about how, why the community in WoW is how it is versus, StarCraft.
Right.
I mean, I thought it was the weirdest thing watching StarCraft players get all upset when, they didn't bow and shake hands before and after matches and stuff.
Right.
Because fuck that, we play WoW. It's
yeah.
Fuck you, you're terrible.
I know.
Instantly.
Fucking dirtbag as soon as you win.
Yeah. And I think the reason why is because back in the day when everyone was confined to their own server, and everyone was a big fish in a small pond because, come on, how many people were actually good on your server,
Exactly.
There's a handful, especially small servers, or small BGs when it came out, they'd be on BG 27 saying they're rank 1 with 90% win rate.
Yeah.
And then there was no way to compare. I mean, there were the tournaments, but other than that,
and then you could always say to transfer, and then there was always, I'm here with friends, or I don't want to play with bad ping. But now there's really no excuse with the cross server BGs or the cross server queues.
Yeah, I like the cross server war games a lot.
And for future tournaments, I believe, if you want to get into a tournament like this, you guys have a good team, then you just get high rating, have a good win-loss, don't have a gay comp, and, most likely get in.
Yeah, and this will be, I know, because WCG picked up WoW for this, because it was voted in. And then the way WCG works in terms of, I believe this is how it works. I've never worked for a WCG event, but I've been to a couple of them, is the hosting country gets to pick the games, for qualifiers and stuff, I do believe, so they have to vote it in. Not only did all these players vote for WoW Arena, which is awesome, but I believe the countries had to pick it too, so they just had the World Finals this time. And I believe there's a Taiwanese tournament coming up soon too. I'll try to get some details on that if I can. Oh man.
So we're going to be getting into the first game soon here. As soon as the commentators go and get killed, we'll get into this RLS versus DKLS. Gates have open, by the way.
Alright, I'm joining. The gates have opened. Okay, so... there we go. Alright, I am in. Yeah, tell your friends. Tell your friends this is going on. Tell Trade Chat.
Yeah, oh, definitely.
Whatever server you're on, I won't make fun of your server if you're on, Blacksmith
Area
Hammer
51.
Or Area 51,
Yeah.
If you're not on Tyke, it's cool. If you're not on Kel'Thuzad, it's fine. Just go and tell Trade Chat.
Yeah, we love everyone now. Just go spam our Twitch link. It's twitch.tv/NAOinv.
Yeah.
We want to get as many people watching this thing as possible, and then it's going to be recorded, so you can always watch it later.
Mm-hmm. So, of course, on your screen right now, top left is going to be the RLS. Venom playing the Warlock, of course. The other two actually don't have the list of the other two normal players. But, and then
we can count down as soon as possible.
Alright, so I'm going to start the countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright.
Alright, and what do you think is going to be the general strat here?
It's interesting. I mean, having an RLS, I haven't seen if they're going to change their strat based on the amount of damage that they can do while that 25% wound is up. Of course, they don't have Lust anymore. It's not Lady RLS. But, yeah. I mean, rogues do a ton of damage, so we see a sap already on to the Death Knight straight from the start. Mm-hmm. And it's great to see Collective still playing. He was all tournament.
It's very old school.
Yep. And it looks like they are going to be going straight for the Rogue on the RLS, and it looks like the Death Knight...
An AMS has been used.
Yeah, he is going to be playing Unholy, which I know a lot of players online will see lots and lots and lots of Frost right now, or Blood.
We just saw a full Hex onto Flabbers there, but it did break a little bit early to Dots. So it looks like they're just on each other's Warlocks right now.
Yeah,
area support.
They're tossing out crowd control when they can. We saw a Strangulate onto Metaphors right there, that RLS Shaman. We see a Gargoyle already coming out the Venom. Looks like they are going to be tunneling him pretty hard.
There is a soul swap onto Collective. They may be looking for a swap, but yep, there is a Garrod on him. He did cleanse that and got an Earth Shield up already, so very, very good prediction of the swap there by Collective.
Yeah, and it looks like they were doing a lot of damage onto the pet when they could. It was an interesting, the DK pet actually charged the Warlock pet right there a little bit earlier. We have a UA Dispel onto Metaphors, but they're not going to be able to follow that up with too much.
You can see this DK is really just kind of controlling this Rogue, gripping him whenever he wants to do anything. It's going to be really tough for this RLS to get anything going without that DK being CC'd.
Yeah, and it's Massive's playing quite well, not overextending too much. Looks like they are going to go on.
There's another Hex onto Flabbers there, but it did break to some dot damage.
Yep. And that...
There's the full blind onto Collective. He doesn't seem to be trinketing it.
Yeah,
and
Philo right now
is dipping.
Reporting back. Yeah, that was...
Looks like he did get the sap, but he dotted it with Corruption, so it's going to break, so he just might as well dance on him.
Which is exactly what he's doing right there. Fear on to the Rogue right now. Getting kind of stuck in the center.
Noma is getting very low, though, with the spell lock on him.
Yeah, and it looks like we had a couple Necrotics stacking up on Venom, but healed right away by Metaphors. Collective doing a great job. I mean, no mana problems whatsoever right now.
There is a coil onto Venoma. And Flabbers is just sticking on Philo to kind of reduce as much damage as possible.
Philo trying to constantly porting back. It's quite smart, because with that DK being able to control the Rogue in the center.
Exactly.
Now it looks like we have some Necrotics stacking up onto the Rogue right now, down to 50% health, so the Necrotics is off. But Venom trying to stack as much dots as he can, but wow, this
Rogue is dipping pretty low. He's got full dots, but he does have Earth Shield.
And his Shaman's quite far away right now, and it's going to put him in a pretty bad position at the center.
He has to push up here, and he looks like he's trying to get hexed. I believe Collective did shock that.
Yep, but Venom, again, so much damage with that Strangulate onto Metaphors, with a Hex also onto the Rogue, but that is, I believe, dispelled right away.
Not much going on. They're just kind of trying to get each other in a bad position and spreading as much AoE damage as possible. I think the RLS is... there's a UA Dispel on Collective, and I think the RLS is going to want to get a Shaman swap on Collective as clean as possible.
Yeah, they're not able to, though. It's nice how they this Shadowcleave team is pulling the Rogue back to exactly where they want to.
Exactly.
You know, Metaphor is trying to hug that pillar as much as he can, but when the Rogue is so far ahead...
There is a smoke bomb onto Philo. AMZ has been used over that. It's pretty good.
It's good timing. Venom getting out.
There's the grip on the Rogue. Doesn't let him do anything. That's what I was saying. This RLS can have a lot of trouble kind of maintaining any sort of pressure with that DK.
Yeah, and it looks like they extending pretty far into it. Of course, Massive.
Yeah, it's pushing in there because that Garg has been used and that Rogue is dipping very low. He does have a full stack of Earth Shields. I believe Spelllock is probably going to be going on to the Shaman here soon.
Evasion right there out of the Rogue.
Do that.
It looks like Massive's trying to get over to get into line of sight. We have a blind onto Collective right now with a Kidney onto Philo, putting out a bunch of damage.
Hexed.
Yep, with Massive's hexed right now.
Yep.
But it doesn't seem like too much pressure coming out. Collective doing a great job with his mana. Still up at
Shaman 70%. Just being able to heal without ever casting it.
Oh yeah, new Riptide.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy. Alright, so Philo looking to try to get some dots out.
Here goes Massives on this Shaman. This is going to be interesting because he just dispelled UA, and he's got his transform pet on him. But Venoma does port back there to fear him, which is pretty good, because DK on a shaman is a scary thing.
Yep, and
even alone.
Has his AMS up right now. Rogue's still taking a lot of damage from those dots, and the transformed pet is going to be on the shaman for a bit, but he's going to come back and start.
He does have Tide down.
And the Spelllock from Venom actually is going on to, I do believe, Philo right there. Massives.
There's a Hex on Flabbers, but it does break pretty almost instantly there. And you can see there's another Smoke Bomb onto Philo. I believe that's a second Smoke Bomb. He's dipping pretty low, but Collective runs in there, so he's might need some CC, maybe not.
Yep, and Philo again, good positioning on his portal. It's going to force the Rogue to come back to him, which is going to go straight on him.
And there's the grip.
Yeah, so much control from this from Massives right there.
This Rogue is just raging right now. Just can't ever do nothing with this DK.
Not at all. And Collective is going to be able to clean a lot of these dots off. There's no UA out right now.
He did dispel UA, but
just as
now Collective has used UA or has used Manatide as well.
Using it pretty early. You get spell locked right there. Philo at 60%, but Collective sitting.
It's pretty funny. You see both these teams are pretty much doing the same thing. They're both pulling back, and they're both getting full fears on the melee that are on them.
Yeah,
Metaphors, Venoma at their pillar, and they're fearing the DK.
Yeah, it's hard to get Metaphors and Collective both are playing the pillar quite well.
Right,
with those Warlocks being able to port back, it's going to be the kind of thing where either a swap onto Philo with a blind on a Collective, which is what they're trying to do right now.
Right.
But Philo realizing that's happening and getting out of the way.
The DKLS is kind of rotting here, but I think they're going to be okay. I think Collective will just throw a couple instants and catch them up. There's a coil onto Collective, though.
Yeah, it looks like they might be trying to push some damage onto Collective, maybe put him out of position a bit right now. Right. But no damage. I mean, that Rogue isn't even able to
he's just
any damage to Philo.
Yeah, and port as soon as he even gets to him, so...
Yeah, and we have another Gargoyle out from the Unholy DK.
I believe we do have a 10-minute damage, a 10-minute round limit.
Yeah.
As well too.
Yeah, so we are at 7:20 right now. Okay. So they have a couple minutes to go. You see another transformed pet. Looks like the pet is going to be going on. It's just been killing the Fell Hunters most of the time when he doesn't have a good target to line up on. As a kidney comes out onto Philo right there. And Flabbers, the Rogue, down to half, but Metaphor's strangled.
He is strangulated, but he should be able to top him up.
Venom having to Soul Harvest right there.
They're just the DKLS just tunneling into this Rogue right now, and I have not seen Metaphors cast a heal. He's actually drinking right now.
Yeah, there we go. He knows he has a cloak up. He's going to be fine for a bit. And now, there we have a grip onto Metaphors. That was pretty good. Metaphor is still able to get
back. The DKLS is getting the Rogue low and then swapping to the healer, so he can't heal them both.
Philo down
dipping,
to 40 right there. Lots of damage coming out from that Rogue. We see the Necrotic Strike onto Venom. A Banish coming out onto the... Doesn't look like it landed on the pet. Oh, no, it didn't. Right, so the Rogue, again, trying to stick onto Philo, but really far out of position right now.
I'll see a grip soon here, because there it is.
Grip straight back to the center. 8:30 right now on the timer, so these teams have a minute and a half. But look at the life bars.
Yep.
Of course, the team Flabbers and Venom getting kind of low. Coil onto Flabbers right there. No CC quite yet onto Metaphors, as Metaphors has to peek out and is coming in right now. Not sure exactly what the strat was right there from Metaphors. In the center right now, choosing to try to swap what pillar's on. This is might be a good move.
Everything is. Oh, he's trying to tap him. He did fake that mind freeze there, so he should be okay. Should be able to top everyone off.
Yep, that was a good swap. They're going to swap to this pillar instead. They're going to be able to get closer to Collectives.
Right, and you see Collective moves all the way across the map, back across the pillar. So just solid play from Collective right there. Just completely switching the pillars as soon as they did.
That UA Dispel on Metaphors right now, as he was locked out. Now he can start casting again. He's going to try to get some heals out to Flabbers. Heals through that Necrotic Strike stack right there.
And the DKLS seem to have some pretty good pressure going for a while, but it looks like the RLS is caught up.
Yeah, he's going to have a little while on a bunch of his cooldowns. Tide still is 2 minutes. Not that Collective is having any problems whatsoever. The dance was used a little while ago, having a minute left. His cloak is just back up now.